Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me today for my card making for beginners series. We're going to make a very simple little card today, a Valentine's Day card. So we've got 5 days until Valentine's Day. If you've already got some hearts in your stash, you can replicate this card. The stamp that I'm using is actually from the Arrange a Wreath, which is here. So many useful stamps here for so many useful occasions. So we've got hearts and Happy Heart Day, which are obviously Valentine's. We've got eggs, which are for Easter, pears and a partridge, which was for Christmas, leaves, which was autumnal, flowers for summer. So many possibilities with this set. I love it. And today we're using the hearts. Now, I have to admit, the hearts come as a joint stamp with two of them joined together. Just trying to find mine. What have I done with my... Oh, there it is. Two of them joined together like that, so that you can stamp and then you can punch you can die cut two of them out, because the dies cut out two hearts. So you can stamp and then you can die cut. Actually, I only wanted to use one of the stamps, so I've cut mine apart. But you can see it's very, very easy to place them back together very accurately, because where you can just see where it's cut and you can just place them back together. So it's not wrecked it, but I know some people hold their head in horror when they see me defacing my stamps like that. Right, pop that one back. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to make this card. So we're going to start off. Oh, I showed you how to make the label in my last video. So if you need to know how to get this Happy Valentine's label made, you need to pop back to my last video. I'm not going to be showing you that again today, but I will show you the rest of the card. So I'm going to take an A4 sheet of cardstock. This is Gorgeous Grape. We're making it in Gorgeous Grape today. This one was made in Real Red, very Valentine's-y, but this particular card is going to one of my children, who I don't really want to be sort of too lovey with, but I want them to let them know that I want them to have a nice Valentine's Day, and that I am thinking of them and that I do love them. I've made them all. I put together a little box for them all because I haven't seen them for so long. And so I've put a little box of stuff together. I've got some Hotel Chocolat hot chocolate with some little heart chocolates and some mini marshmallows, and I'm going to put a card in it, and then I've got a little poem that I found on the internet which says, "Make this drink in your favourite mug, and as you drink it, pretend it's my hug," because I just feel that I haven't been able to hug them for nearly a year now, and I so miss that. So I'm hoping they will quite like that, and I'm hoping none of them watch my videos, because otherwise that won't be quite so much of a surprise, will it? But I don't think they do. I don't. My daughters follow me on Instagram and Facebook, but I don't think they bother with my video channel or my blog. Right, there we go. So I've made my card blank while I've done all that rambling. It is 21 by 15 centimetres, scored at 10.5, or it is 8 1/4, scored at 4 1/8, and 5 3/4 down that way. And then I'm going to take a piece of cardstock, white cardstock, and I'm going to trim it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it to 0.6 of a centimetre smaller than my card blank. So my card blank measured 10.5 by 15. So I'm going to score it to 9.9 this way. Not score, cut. And I'm going to cut it to 14.4 this way. And the reason for that is that just that 1 more millimetre just seems to make a difference to the border. So I've cut it 0.6 of a centimetre rather than half a centimetre, which would make the measurements easier. But it just seems to make just a slightly nicer border, slightly wider, only very slightly wider. But I just like that. Before I glue it on, I'm going to do my stamping just in case it goes wrong. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim off the edge here because it's just slightly sticking out and it's annoying me. There we go, that's better. I'm going to place this here. Actually, I'm going to give myself a little mark where the middle is. So it measures, what did we say, 9.9. So it's nearly 10. So I'm going to mark the middle there. so that I know where the middle is. And then I'm going to place this where I want it on the card. Just put that mark a bit further up so I can see it. And I'm just going to vaguely, lightly draw around it, very light pencil mark. Don't use a too heavier pencil so that it'll mark your card. I can easily rub this one out when I've done. So it's very, very, I don't even know if you can see it on, but it's given me a little border that I can see. And then I'm going to come in with my gorgeous grape and I'm going to stamp with my heart from the Arrange a Wreath. So I'm going to use 3 generations of ink here. I'm going to stamp it in full, and then I'm going to stamp again, and then I'm going to stamp again. So it's getting quite light there. It's because my stamp pad needs re-inking. It's not quite as dark as the red. So stamp, 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 and you're just going to go around your label, stamping like so. Quite pretty. See how the colours tone, but they're not exactly the same. It's a very nice way to get a bit more money and a bit more mileage out of your stamp pads by doing this. There we go. I'm going to do one more there, one more up there, one more here, and maybe one more there. And I think that might be enough. So just random stamping, and then this is going to go on top there. Oh, that looks nice, doesn't it? It's going to go on there. So I'm just going to very gently, you might want to leave this a little bit longer if you're doing it, because you don't want your ink to smudge. But because I'm on camera, I'm just going to do that very carefully, trying not to go over too much, and just rub out my pencil marks so that there aren't any pencil marks showing on there. And then that is going to go on there like that. Love it. Love all these coordinating colours. Makes my heart happy that our ink matches so well with our cardstock and that I don't have to worry about matching them up. Right, I'm going to cut some big dimensionals, our normal dimensionals, into halves because I don't need the really big ones. So I'm just going to cut some into halves here to use. Oh, I lost the tweezers. There they are. And then the tweezers. So this could be, if you haven't got the meant to be, or the meant to be set is where the Happy Valentine's Day. I think this set is quite good value for money as well. And I love the dies that go with that. I'm going to be showing you how to make a couple of cards with the dies as well. That's a good set, and it's really good for, I've made a lot of wedding, anniversary, engagement cards with this set as well. It doesn't have to be just Valentine's, but I do particularly like that Valentine's, and you will have seen me using the Just For You quite a lot as well. But meant to be, that would be quite a nice greeting for a wedding card as well, wouldn't it? So it's not just for Valentine's, this one. Some really pretty intricate stamps, and a really lovely set of dies. I'll give you a quick peek in a sec at the dies. Let's just find one more dimensional. The dies, oh, I've got some spares in there. Right, okay, so you've got these border ones, some sort of a florally border, and then this always reminds me of paws, and then this intricate one, which I've cut out here, so you can see that. That's really pretty. Let me just move the die off. Can you see how pretty that is? Really lovely. And then you've got another floral one, another floral one. You've got this select sort of multi heart, which I've used for these two cards. This one I've just done a random selection of them punched out, and this one I've pieced them back into the die, sort of an inlay technique. And then you get a whole assortment of different stitched, scalloped and plain hearts that layer on top of each other, and then this border, which is stitched and scalloped, which is such a helpful border to have in your stash. So really, really worthwhile bundle of stamp set and dies there, I think. Right, okay, so where were we? We were making our cards, so we're just gonna put that on there. I'm liking this in purple, actually. I'm not a great lover of red, really, in terms of card making, so I'm quite happy not to be making it. I'm just wondering if I should do a blue one for my son as well. So because I put these packages together for my 2 girls, but of course I don't want my son to be left out. But he's going to think it's a bit sloppy sending him something like that. He's sort of got to be really butch and masculine, but I don't care. I think mums can get away with it, don't you? There we go. And then just piece that onto there. So I'm just going to take a piece of Tombow, a little bit of Tombow, and add that to there. And that's our card for today. There we go. And onto there. So I know a lot of you have been enjoying these card making for beginners videos. If there's anything you'd like me to cover, I do try and cover the things that people ask me about. The video before this one came from a customer who wanted to buy one of our label punchers and said, I don't really know how to use them, so I just thought I'd do a quick video to show. I'm just thinking there's a heart missing there, so I'm just going to see if there's any ink left on it and just put it there. There we go. It just was annoying me. There was a little space there. Yeah, lovely. So 2 lovely Valentine cards. Now what I've done with this one is I've just put a panel inside, so exactly the same. So if you're not sure about matting, which is what we did here, there's a video showing how to cut mats and card blanks earlier in the series. So I've just cut another mat, and then I just stamped my 3 hearts again there, just 3 generations of stamping, and then I did exactly the same thing on the envelope, but I wonder if I can actually find the envelope now. I hate to show you the mess that is on my desk at the moment. Let me just see if I can quickly. No, I think it's disappeared under all the oh, here it is. I can find it. So I just did 3 little hearts on the back of the envelope and 3 little hearts on the front, so that all coordinates, and I'll do that as well for my gorgeous grape one. So that all coordinates really, really well. So I hope you've liked the video today. I think I've told you everything I need to tell you. Anything you'd like to purchase that I've used, available in my shop, so just go down below and click through. Or if you want more details about the card and see the photos of it, pop onto my blog, which is linked below as well. That's all for today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're having fun in your card making journey. Again, if there's anything that you want to ask or anything you're not sure of, please get in touch. I'm always really happy to help. I love setting people up on their card making journey. I just think it's such a great hobby. That I'm just always really glad to help anybody. But that's it from me today. Thanks very much for watching. Have a gorgeous day, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye for now.